If they speak about nomination, they should go up for nomination. Big Brother UK episode 14, and it was nomination day. Ali and Dean had paired Hannah with Lily because they thought that nobody would vote Hannah out, but it backfired and they ended up for nomination. But we all knew it was going to happen because they had this other power, which was save and replace or kill a nomination. Everybody knew it was going to happen. It was so predictable, and it's got to the point where it looks as if the show is deliberately trying to keep Ali and Lily in, because who was the person who didn't get to go in and smash the picture? Marcello. He was obviously going to vote for Ali. When Khaled had the chance to save and replace or do a killer nomination, he chose just to do a killer nomination because he says it's unfair for me to bring somebody down who the house wants out, and I thought that that was totally fair, but we all know that they were just trying to save Lily. They would have done anything to save her. Now that was annoying enough, but what got me was that they had the absolute audacity to stand up in front of the house and say, we took Lily down because we didn't think she deserved to go through that again, and we put up Marcello and Khaled because we know that they can handle it. Absolute fucking shitebags. Instead of just saying, we don't want Lily to go because she's a friend and we want you two to go because you're cunts. But she's the one always saying, oh, I can't be fake, I can't be fake. She's as fake as fuck, honest to God. When she stood up and she was like crocodile tears and she's like, oh, sorry guys, was she fuck sorry? She had the audacity to say to people that it was Aldine's idea and that he was letting her take the fall for it. If she really wanted to not put Khaled up next to Marcello, she's got a mouth and she's not afraid to use it. So she's just palming the blame onto him. The arrogance was written out here when she sat there and blatantly spoke about nominations, and she's like, oh, I know that I'm going to get in trouble for this. The problem is they're not going to get in trouble. If they are confident enough to speak about nominations, then they should be confident enough to go up for nomination. And this is happening continuously because the punishments are absolutely fucking pathetic. When Ali first went in, I really liked her and she was my favourite to win. But as time went on, she revealed herself to be an absolutely... I better not even say, because last time somebody reported me and I got the sound took off my video, so let's just say a not very nice person. Then her and Nathan were out in the garden, blatantly talking about nominations. Just before I made this video, I made another one, and I'll pin it to the top of my page. If you think that the housemates should go up for nomination, if they speak about nomination, go into that video and at Big Brother and at itvx, because they need to put a stop to this. When Hannah and Lily found out they were up for nomination, Hannah took Lily to the side and she says, like, you need to stop picking your nose, you need to stop screaming in people's ears, like, you don't need to change your personality, like, just go out of the situation and scream away from people. You need to start washing. And why did it take this length of time for somebody to have this conversation with her? And why has her mother never had this conversation with her? She obviously enables this behaviour and it's not helped her in life whatsoever. When Lily was telling everybody else that her and Hannah had a chat and she says, I know I need to stop screaming in people's ears because it's annoying. And Ali was like, it doesn't annoy me. No shit. It doesn't annoy her because she knows it annoys everybody else and she thrives in everybody else's pain. Khaled pulled Ali for a chat, even though he told the rest of the house that he was going to wait till the next day. But there wasn't really much point because she was still going to be at the next day. And he was basically saying, how did it feel to have to choose between save and replace and a killer nomination? Like, now you know how it feels kind of thing. And she was like, oh, I like how you've turned this into a point scoring thing. And all he was trying to say was, you tried to make me feel bad for having to choose. Well, how do you feel? But the fact is that she doesn't feel bad because the whole time she was going to save Lily and she was going to put up Marcello and Khaled. So she had no guilt whatsoever. Then when he says, oh, other people are saying this, and I have to agree with Ali that she says, if you're not going to tell me who's saying what and give me a chance to speak to them, then just don't bring it up. 100%, don't bring other people into it if you're not going to name names. But then she's psychoanalysing them, and she's like, oh, this is a technique that people use to make it seem as if everything's going their way. I'd have been like, do you know what, Ali? You're a narcissist. Fucking take a look at yourself. It's a well-known fact that a lot of psychiatrists and therapists get into that because they feel like there's something wrong with them and they're wanting to learn how to fix themselves, or they feel that if they fix other people, it'll help them fix themselves. She fucking needs fixed, and she needs fixed fast. She's patronising, arrogant, passive-aggressive, and now she's walking about just confidently talking about nominations, and she needs to go. So the housemates found out that even though they're put up in pairs, they're going to be nominated individually. And when they did the replacement nomination and put up Marcello and Khaled, Hannah, Shagan and Khaled thought that they were on Big Brother USA, and they're just sitting casually talking about nominations and how they need to get Ali out of the house. Now, while I agree with what they're saying, they're still breaking the rules. Everybody who speaks about nominations needs to be put up for nomination, otherwise it's just not going to stop. I can't even believe I'm going to say this, because since Marcello's went into the house, I've been on here saying that he's a skis bag and he needs to get out of there. However, this week, I would ask that you don't vote him out. The reason for that is that Marcello, Khaled, Azaz and Nathan are all up for nomination, and Ali and Dean are trying to do anything to get Marcello and Khaled out the house, but the fact that she doesn't want them to go means that they should stay. And everybody should vote for Azaz, because he was talking to Khaled last night and he was saying, I have been distancing myself from everybody and I'm just spending time on my own. Is that what you go into the Big Brother house for? To go and take naps on the couch on your own and not speak to anybody and go in a wee huff because you don't want to be in a clique and single yourself out and be a wee snaky bastard? Ever since he spoke to Khaled, and Khaled was asking him what he thought about Ali, and he says, oh, I don't want to get involved because people will go and tell her. And then he went and told her. I've thought, he's just a fucking snake and he needs to go. So even though a lot of people out there hate Marcello, think he's a skis bag, like, please just don't vote him out this week. Get Azaz out and let the two of them stay in, because I want to fucking see her face. I will also say this. Even though I think that Marcello is sleazy, when he's not talking about women, which is very rarely, it's maybe like 30% of the time, and he's speaking about other stuff, he does come across as a really nice, genuine guy. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that he's rotten to the core. I just think that he needs to get a grip of his hormones and his emotions. Everybody knows that he's not a ladies' man, because nobody who goes out and has sex with all that many women talks about it that much, and it's embarrassing. So we've got to the point in the video again where we guess the price of Will's jumper. Can anybody out there tell me if they know the budget for the wardrobe in this show, and also if they get to keep their clothes? Because Will's jumpers are always extortionate. Last week he had one with an elephant and it was only £75, and I thought, right, we're talking maybe £95 for this. Okay. How much do you think it was? You can write it in the comments. 3, 2, 1. £425. What is the budget? I'm dying to know. So on the Late and Live show, they revealed the punishment for Hannah, Shagan and Khaled talking about nominations. And when they were speaking, I was like that, oh my god, Big Brother is going to say out loud what they've said, and they know that this happens. So when Big Brother was talking about what Hannah said, and she says, oh, like, Ali needs to go up or whatever it was, Hannah was like, yeah, I meant what I said, like, if you want to come and talk to me about it, come and talk to me. And I was like, yes, Hannah, that's the kind of reaction I'm looking for. Don't apologise, don't cower down. You don't like Ali and you think she's a bitch, fucking speak up for yourself. That's what I like to see. What I don't like to see is when Big Brother hands out absolutely fucking pathetic punishments, like, I can't remember if it was only the people talking about it or the whole house, but basically they're all only allowed to eat porridge. I love porridge. This is not a punishment. Please go to my other video and at Big Brother and at itvx, because if they talk about nominations, they should be put up for nomination. What punishment do you think Nathan and Ali are going to face for speaking about nominations several times? Oh, are they going to turn off the hot water again? Scary. My 5 votes are going to Azaz. Please, 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 no matter how much you hate Marcello, don't vote him out this week, because I just can't wait to see Ali's face when he stays in the house. Please, put your 5 votes on Azaz, please. I'll see you again tonight. Bye.